It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. And on tap tonight, it's the Sacramento Kings going up against the Utah Jazz. For this Utah squad, they've been dealing with a lot of challenges. They haven't competed at the level they'd like over the last week or so. Just one win in 5 games. And tonight, we'll watch De'Aaron Fox, tremendous speed and quickness, even when compared to other point guards, Shaq.
You know, the point guard position in the NBA is stronger than it's ever been. Irons sharpens irons, so I think it'll be special.
Yes, he's speed, and speed does kill. He's a competitor on both ends of the floor. I love this guy.
And with the game just about ready to begin, time to send it to Kevin Harlan with the call.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Sacramento as the Kings take it to the hardwood. Well, before you look ahead to your busy week, sit down, relax, pull up a chair as we bring you another NBA broadcast. And thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. And, of course, Iman Shumpert. With him gone, we'll see how they get along.
What the trade means to me, guys, is they think some of their young players are ready to take on more responsibility, and they're going to be more minutes for guys that weren't seeing a whole lot of them before.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Rubio teams up with Mitchell in the backcourt. Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside. And it's Ingles in at the 3 spot. And finished off by Bagley.
And how about the leaping ability of Bagley? He gets off the ground with ease to throw that one down.
You know, when Marvin Bagley entered the league, there were some questions as to which position would he play. But the versatility he brings is special. He can guard a number of positions, score inside and out, and he is a tremendous rebounder. A great job to kick it back and create the easy one.
That's the unselfishness you want to see. To try and score consistently, you have to work together.
Now here's Cauley-Stein. Here's Fox. Favors with the rebound. And one thing you can't question about Bagley, Greg, his intensity level.
As competitive as they come, he's ferocious around the rim. Oftentimes, he looks like he wants it more than anybody else on the floor.
Favors passes to Mitchell. 5 to shoot from deep Ingles. The offensive rebound. And again, Derek Favors.
Well, you like how Favors stays after it in that instance. When he's close to the bucket, boy, he's great at hustling for these second chance points.
Now, here's Bagley. 14 points from him the last game against the Warriors in Oakland.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Gobert against Cauley Stein. Back to Barnes. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Fox. Off the left rim and out.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
Rubio the pass to Mitchell. Back to Rubio. It's stolen by Bagley. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game. For Sacramento, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Red ball movement here by the Kings. And finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, great timing there. Bagley gets off the ground so quickly, gives the defense no chance to react.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now, here's Mitchell. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Ingles kicks to Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. And he elevates for the slam dunk, and Marvin Bagley did not like that.
Well, why did Donovan Mitchell win the dunk contest? Case in point right there.
Last outing for Utah, it was a loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles. Cauley Stein finds Barnes. Goes back up. And there's the nice layup by Cauley Stein. Cauley Stein's got his first basket of the night.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on him.
Boy, I'll tell you, Greg, that's just inexcusable. All they had to do was box him out. You learn a lesson the hard way in that instance.
Now, here's Rubio. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Lakers. On the wing, Mitchell gets the three-pointer to fall. Mitchell's got 5.
Boy, the scary potential of Donovan Mitchell overall as a scorer. If it's a consistent three-point shot in his arsenal, forget about it, guys.
Fox passes to Barnes, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And that's how you answer back.
You can tell that was a little give good, get good. Executed well on the offensive end, connects on the deep threat.
Now here's Rubio. No points in the game yet for him. Kicks it to Mitchell. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. That one goes in.
Wow, it's a bailout bucket there. Rubio keeps his eyes up, sees the clock ticking down.
The Kings trailing. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Kevin, I was able to speak with Dave Yeager for just a minute. This is a team that loves to run, and he really wants to see them do what they love. So transition ball should be the order of the day, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Jazz on D. Shot by Hield, nobody around. Here's Cauley Stein. Gobert knocks it away.
An intimidating force who continues to wipe away shots with ease. Go to work, Rudy Gobert.
Hits it from three-point range. Ingles has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Kings trail by 5. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Favors dishes to Mitchell. Back to Favors. No good from outside. It's stolen by Gobert. On the wing, Ingles. Over Barnes. Ingles can't get it to go. For Sacramento, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Many had wondered if the Jazz would rebuild after they lost Hayward. Turns out they just, Doris, reloaded.
Now give the Jazz organization from the top down a ton of credit, because after losing Gordon Hayward, they didn't mope or feel sorry for themselves. They got a bona fide star in Donovan Mitchell in the draft. And this is a team that's got talent in the post-Hayward era, and they are going to be a factor.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Yeah, maybe a new approach, because what they're doing is not working. You're going to have to alter some things on the offensive end.
And now a look at Rudy Gobert here. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so, averaging about 11 points, 15 rebounds, and 2.5 blocks. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
Now here's Hield. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Warriors in Oakland. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Cauley Stein. Fades away and sinks the tough shot.
Well, he just creates enough separation to get a quality look from the mid-range.
Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Pass to Rubio. From deep Ingles. Sacramento grabs the miss.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Exum, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. Fox passes to Cauley Stein. Over in the corner, Barnes. Over Ingles. Gobert with the block, and he recovers it. Goes back up. Good as the jump shot falls. Barnes has got his second basket of the night.
Well, smart enough to know if there's going to be congestion in there when he's attacking. Barnes gets to that in-between game.
To the middle. Gobert finds Favors. No good with the elbow jumper. The Kings trail by 4. On the wing, Hield. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Shoots over Rubio. Hield can't hit.
Boy, I'll tell you, he has plenty of space, but it looked like a little bit of a hitch in that release.
And a slam dunk by Favors.
It's a real treat to watch Derek Favors finish these alley-oops. What initiative from the big man.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Hield kicks to Fox. Back to Hield. Puts it up from 12. Here's Bagley. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Exum. Now Gobert. Exum deciding where to go with it. Over Hield. Got it. Nice one there from Exum. And the Jazz lead by 6.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
To the paint. Cauley Stein passes to Bagley. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. With the analysis, the defensive impact becoming more advanced, Doris, do you think that helps defenders gain recognition even when they're not putting up numbers in individual statistical categories?
Well, think about a recent winner of the Defensive Player of the Year, and that's Draymond Green, whose value becomes into sharp focus, particularly in the fourth quarter of games. When it becomes a possession ball game and Draymond Green is flying around the floor in help defensive position, covering up for teammates' mistakes, I absolutely think, Kevin, increasingly because of the advanced metrics, that players can be defined outside of points and rebounds. So I love the impact of the numbers.
Now here's Udoh. Burks with the steal. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Kings shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That's good from Bagley.
And really the potential Bagley has is so exciting. Just an absolute menace on both ends. And you can tell he wants to be great.
That one is no good. Utah leading by 3. Neto finds Crowder. Back to Neto. It's stolen by Bagley. Outside, Bogdanovich. Goes up high for the 2-handed dunk.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Yes, you love that they're not settling for anything outside the paint. Excellent work getting right to the tin.
Here's Neto. From the arc. Burks pulls it in.
I mean, come on, jack that one in the face of some strong defense. You got to think twice about that next time. You know, guys, what's so interesting to me about Alec Burks, now that he's a veteran in this league, he's never been a starter for a long, extended stretch, but he's always been in the rotation. For me, the next step for this guy is just being more consistent.
Harry Giles is checked in for Bagley. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
I'll tell you, he's coming through for them at the free throw line today. His form has been perfect.
Now here's Exum. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Exum kicks to Korver. Back to Exum. It's deflected, and Dante Exum picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Sacramento shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Well, for Burks last season, Doris, able to play more after being sidelined with injuries in the past.
Well, you think about those injuries really are the only thing that stepped between him and having a larger role, because this guy has a terrific shot from deep, and in the NBA, that's always a valued commodity.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Giles has got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. Last time they met was in Utah.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
Jazz trail by 4. Here's Neto. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Outside Korver. Udo with the ball. Kufis is there, looking to end the run, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
One shot.
Free throw good, Udo. And here now the Kings. They're on a 16-7 run. Now Burks. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Neto surveying the floor. Here's Exum. Utah with a fresh 24. Neto kicks to Udo. Nice ball movement by Utah. Exum hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
We love how Dante Exum gets inside. He's got terrific touch close.
The Kings leading. Burks on the wing. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. And he drops it in from the low post.
Boy, defender taken out of the play with a rock-solid screen. No way he's going to get through that.
Now here's Exum. He's tightly guarded. The three from Korver. It's good from long range. Korver's got the game tied up here for the Jazz.
Well, this is Korver's game, right? A phenomenal catch-and-shoot player. You know he's ready to fire on the catch.
And Dante Exum picks up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Kings have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. And Bogdan Bogdanovich, Greg, a highly decorated player internationally. Multiple silver medals with the Serbian national team, a EuroLeague champion back in 2017.
Yeah, I mean, he's a talented player, very skilled, and at 6'6" can play either guard spot. Great shooter. I think he's one to watch. And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Burks looking around. Bogdanovich left side. Shoots over Exum, and the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. During his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder has quickly earned the appreciation of his players, including Rudy Gobert.
It's very lucky to have a coach like that. He really takes everything, with heart, and he wants us to be the best defensive team in the league, as I do. And I think when the coach and the players are on the same page, usually, good things happen.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second chance points.
I don't think the defense has been very good, and right now they're letting them pounce all over them and get second chance opportunities.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Sacramento, Kufis out there with Giles. Then there's Bogdanovich. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Bielitsa in at the small forward position. Neto, the pass to Crowder. And the foul on Alec Burks. That's his first foul. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Utah. On defense, Sacramento scored the basket. His fourth. He's only missed one of his 5 shots tonight.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Burks kicks to Giles. Back to Burks. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Shot clock at 6. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell.
And let's take a look now at the stats for Bogdanovich. How his last 10 games have gone. Averaging 9 points per game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And right now for him, it's about gaining experience and continuing to develop his game.
This is a man's game, and you've got to earn your minutes in this league. This guy, his time will come eventually.
Burks can't get it to go. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Yeah, I just thought their energy was lacking defensively. Just gave up way too many easy shots.
And when the defense isn't there, Greg, you really open up the floodgates for the other team. They didn't have any heart.
The feed to Bogdanovich. They get it back.
I think the defense took that possession off. I'm pretty sure he won't miss next time.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, as we know, Rudy Gobert is a 7-footer with an aggressive mentality. He said some guys don't have pride, but I do. Sometimes too much. Quinn Snyder said he gets angry, which I like. Whatever kind of stereotypes Americans have about the French, they don't apply. Not to him anyway, guys.
Blue. Thank you, GA. He is indeed a fiery competitor. Free throw drops for Mitchell. Doris, you watch the athleticism that Mitchell has, and it's a surprise he didn't go any higher in the draft.
Well, this is a guy who had so many highlight reel dunks in his young career, proven scorer over the course of the 82-game season. But listen, Mitchell wasn't a scorer at Louisville, so it's not surprising what happened in the draft.
And Mitchell drops them both.
Boy, this is as exciting a combo guard as there is in the NBA. Donovan Mitchell's craftiness, his assertiveness, all of those things make this guy special.
Utah with the rebound. Crowder's got 4 rebounds in this game. The drive by Mitchell. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, I'll tell you, he's been a go-to guy for them as they've taken this lead, and he keeps coming.
And Greg, right out of the gate, Donovan Mitchell seemed like a veteran more than a rookie.
I mean, his professionalism was one of the first things Ricky Rubio noticed about Mitchell. Father played minor league baseball, knows what it takes to succeed in professional sports. And you can just see it in his approach to practice and his commitment to improving his game. Mitchell was already the surprise of that 2017 draft, and I don't think there's any question he's destined to be a star.
You're seeing some guys who were role players last year, Doris, now stepping up in their games individually and becoming more prominent.
Well, I think that has to do with 2 things. First, the off-season work you put in. It's really advanced at this point. And what that work that you put in the off-season does is it raises your confidence level. And when you step between the lines, you better believe you can contribute. So it's, yes, it's skill development, it's strength, it's conditioning, it's nutrition. There's so many things that go into a role player starting to become more assertive and more involved.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Sacramento making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. So he gets them both. Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Well, Greg, I think I love the timeout call. At least it gives you a shift in momentum. It's a smart move.
Now we get a chance to view the NBA's best setup man, 5th, De'Aaron Fox.
His passing has been so terrific. You can see his unselfishness really rubbing off on the rest of the team.
The Kings trail by 8. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Gobert. Neto, the pass to Mitchell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And let's review some numbers for De'Aaron Fox. 5th in assists, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw dropped for Mitchell.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Sacramento making a switch here. Cauley Stein's checked in. Derek Favors checked in for the Jazz. Ricky Rubio comes in for Raul Neto. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Fox. 8 points his last outing. Outside Bogdanovich. Cauley Stein against Gobert. And Bogdanovich kicks to Fox. 6 to shoot. Back to Bogdanovich to end the cold streak. Utah with the rebound.
And they just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Greg, I think this other team is just in a zone right now. They're clicking on the offensive end, and the defense starting to look frustrated.
Here's Fox. Following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Hields checked in for Sacramento. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. On the wing, Hield. Fox with it. No points in the game yet for him. And the three ball is good.
And Fox must continue to work on that shot. When he's knocking it down from there, boy, the D is in trouble.
Now, here's Rubio. 9-point game. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Floats one, and that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%. Utah's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, and nailed 5 of them. And it's Bjelica with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. You know, everyone on the floor needs some level of playmaking skill, Doris. Who are your picks for bigs who can really share the ball? Good passers among the big men.
Yeah, one of my favorite players in the NBA to watch is Nikola Jokic, because his vision, his desire to share the basketball, his ability to see not one action ahead, but sometimes 2 actions ahead, is really remarkable for a man of his size. You look at somebody like Draymond Green, who is absolutely critical to the success of the Golden State Warriors on the offensive end of the floor. He can take it off the window, he can dribble it in transition, and in full speed make decisions going second by second that are really, really impressive.
Thread passes, do such a great job with the ball. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Now Mitchell, after Marvin Bagley missing on that three-point shot. Bucket is good.
Crowder is not going to be disrupted. This guy has razor-sharp focus on contested opportunities.
Hield outside. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Thursday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers.
And that game against the Suns, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Here's Rubio after the made shot from Jay Crowder. Yes, that goes in.
Well, the catch and shoot game, typically Rubio's on the passing end of it, not this time.
And here is Fox. He has 5. Knocks it loose, and so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Timeout.
And Ricky Rubio might be one of the most unselfish players in the league. And not only for his passing and how much he enjoys piling up assists, but how he does a great job adjusting to what the team needs him to do and not worrying about his own game.
To the paint, Hield dishes to Barnes. Clock at 4. Again, the miss by the Kings. And for Rubio, who has been in the eye of the media for so long, Greg, he's always been unselfish. We've always seen that in his style of play.
You're right, Kevin. You've always been able to see that with Rubio's game. Great at making quick reads, seeing passes before they develop. I mean, he can see who's open and who's going to be open before he even catches a pass.
Here's Hield after the made shot from Jay Crowder. To the inside. Mitchell passes to Gobert.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Now, here's Fox. 5 points in the game. Pass to Bagley. Can they get it? It's rebounded by Derek Favors. Favors got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Mitchell. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Inside, stolen by Rubio. To the middle.
Well, to me, it's critical that Mitchell continue to focus on hitting the guys who are open. We know he can score the ball.
So for the Kings, they come in off the loss to the Warriors in Oakland.
No other way to put it. The defense was awful. Completely uninspired at that end of the floor.
Well, completely agree. I thought their defensive effort was awful. But the reality is, Greg, you can't turn it over that many times and expect to win.
Here's Gobert. After the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. Back to Mitchell. From 7. And Utah again with the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Fox kicks to Barnes. Mitchell against Hield. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, as we know, Buddy Hield, a Wooden Award winner at Oklahoma.
I mean, he grew from nothing, his words, in the Bahamas. And his first hoop, a crate he nailed to some plywood. Couldn't even afford the nails. Had to find those. So from there to here, what an incredible journey.
And the first one drops. The Jazz making a switch here. Ingles is checked in. He hits both from the stripe. Here's Mitchell. 21 points in the game. The pass to Favors. Ingles kicks to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. High post shot. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got 8 rebounds in this game. 3-pointer Hield. He doesn't hit that one. Now the Jazz take it the other way.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
The Kings trail by 19. Fox dishes to Bagley. Back to Fox. 4 on the clock. Over Favors. Sacramento again missing.
And defensively moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
What a great job contesting without fouling. Exactly how you want to defend the mid-range shot.
Here's Mitchell. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
When he's determined to finish, Donovan Mitchell is so good powering through whatever the defense puts in his path.
Well, Rudy Gobert has taken on more of a leadership role with this team. Clearly a difference maker on the court with his defense, and will get the team to fall in line. Hard to argue with one of the elite rim protectors in our league.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And with Gobert, he does so much as a defender with his impact break in the paint.
Yeah, and Gobert does so much in terms of cleaning up his teammates' mistakes while they're defending out there on the perimeter. It allows his teammates to be more aggressive on D, knowing he's going to be that last line of defense. And Gobert won't let them get too comfortable, as he is one of the more vocal players in terms of shaping their D.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. Barnes looking around. To the middle. Here's Koufos. To end the run. Gobert with the block. And another shot. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession. And here's a rundown of the rookies already having a huge impact in their first season. These are the NBA's rookie scoring leaders. Fifth on the list, Marvin Bagley.
Well, coming in, you wondered how his talent would translate at this level in terms of scoring. And I've got to say, apparently, it's translating pretty well.
Barnes outside. He kicks it to Hield. Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Sacramento. I know they would have liked a better start, but they're 10th in the conference right now. And checking out Utah, 3 games behind.
And checking out Sacramento, they're a team searching for a way to take a leap forward this season. So far, here in the early going, that leap has not existed.
Yeah, it hasn't been all bad, though. I mean, they've had some nice wins, and even if they're not an elite-level team, they still have the look of a playoff team. Leave him open for mid-range like that, and there's not much doubt he'll knock it down. Come on, guys, you got to think.
Now, here's Exum, guarded by Fox. Gobert finds Exum. Ingles, that's for 2. They get a hand on it. And for Sacramento, they're shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. Koufos with it. Gobert on him. Koufos the pass to Hield. The 10-footer finds the target. Hield's got 6.
You know, rough start for him, but he seems to have turned the corner here in the second period.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Jazz had to weather the loss of Gordon Hayward, so they need to play together to have success. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We expect guys to put the team in front of themselves and support each other. Our strength isn't in one guy. We need each other." Kevin?
Well, David, one thing for sure, they come to play almost every game. Thank you.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, we all know that free throw shooting early in his career was a major challenge for Rudy Gobert. What I like is he's made progress because he's put in the time.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Bielitsa, he's checked in for Bagley. Burks comes in for Barnes, and it's Bogdanovich in for Buddy Hield. And Gobert drops them both. Many were hoping for Rudy Gobert to take on a bigger scoring load last year, and Doris, it didn't happen.
Well, obviously, Rudy Gobert's main impact is going to be as the stifle tower, that effective defender. He's got to continue to work on the offensive end of the floor.
And they pick up 2. And that's now 7 points for De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, I thought he was rushing his shot early on, but not here in the second quarter.
Neto kicks to Udo. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Koufos has got his 6th rebound on the night. Bogdanovich left side. And it's Bielitsa atop the key. Right wing. Now Fox. He has 7. The Elite misses.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
The Kings trail by 20. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of the game. Burks kicks to Bogdanovich. Here's Bielitsa. He's guarded by Udo. Just 5 on the clock. The Kings need to get off a shot here.
What aggressive defense from the lengthy Rudy Gobert. This guy covers so much territory.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Jazz lead by 20. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, your team is competing at a very high level. What do you think that's happening?
Well, we're trying to defend, and we've been a little bit fortunate too. They missed some shots, but more than anything, we just want to try to guard and make it hard on them.
Got to make them feel you. Thanks, Quinn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A tremendous start for Donovan Mitchell. He ended up with 26 points, 9 assists, and 1 steal. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
Shaq, how do you think Sacramento played?
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seemed to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count, and that means taking care of the ball.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And in that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
I don't think there's any question that that's an added bonus for this team, Greg. I'll be interested to see, can he keep it up in the second half?
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And so in the game for the Jazz, Ingles outside with Favors at power forward. Rubio teams up with Mitchell in the backcourt, and it's Gobert in its center. Now, here's Ingles. Pass to Gobert. Now the dish to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Well, this is problematic because Donovan Mitchell can hurt you any number of ways. Driving, spotting up, you name it, he's got it.
And for Sacramento, they're shooting 40% from the field. Fox passes to Cauley-Stein. Tries again. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Favors. Here's Ingles, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox.
Well, he started as a perimeter threat, but Joe Ingles outstanding at finding a way to the cup inside and forcing the issue.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he can't get the first one.
I love the way Joe Ingles, guys, affects winning in multiple ways. This is a guy who does so many little things. He can facilitate the offense. He understands how to play pick and roll, and we know he can make the long-distance shot with great regularity.
And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. And Doris Ingles, a player who does so many things well, and the coaching staff loves him.
I don't know how you couldn't love Joe Ingles, because he's a terrific passer, an excellent defender, one of the better shooters from range, and he keeps teams honest. What a player this guy is.
Count it. And it's 8 points for Buddy Hield. Utah leading by 20. Rubio with it. He has 6. To the paint. Here's Mitchell. On the wing, Ingles. Covered by Barnes. And the basket by Ingles.
I'll tell you, you have to have some measure of composure close to the bucket. Mr. Ingles doing work.
To the inside. It's tipped. And so Sacramento again turning it over.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Hield. Some impressive play from him over the last month. Averaging about 19 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
Now, here's Ingles. He has 5. And Gobert kicks to Favors. Over Bagley. Favors can't get it to go. Kings have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Fox against Rubio. Now, here's Fox. Not a lot of room. Good D by Rubio.
They've got to start working for better shots. Just 1 for 4 in the second half so far.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooters.
The Kings shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Doris last year, a bit of a bounce-back season for Favors. Got back to doing what he does best.
No, exactly. I mean, Derek Favors probably underrated defensively. This guy eats up a ton of space, will bother a lot of shots. He can contribute even when his offense isn't there.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Marvin Bagley. Just an incredible month of basketball. 18th in shooting percentage. And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in block spurt.
And he's a guy who would rather pass the ball off than take a bad shot. Completely unselfish. Unbelievable. I love the way he plays.
Not how they hope to start the second half, missing 4 of their first 5 here.
To the inside. It's stolen by Bagley. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Barnes passes to Bagley. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
And how about the strength on display there? Even when you whack Bagley, he's outstanding at fighting through it.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line. Crowder, he's checked in for Derek Favors. And the free throw, no good. Well, when people talk about Harrison Barnes, Doris, everyone will tell you he's one of the most poised and thoughtful players in the league.
I think some of that was on display during his tenure with the Golden State Warriors. And with this present organization, they basically said, we need you to be a more vocal leader. And he's accepted that challenge.
It's stolen by Ingles. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Bagley. Pass to Fox. That's tipped.
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
It's good. And that's now 30 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Well, guys, his scoring has been maybe the biggest factor in building this lead, and he's got plenty of energy left.
Fox kicks to Hield. Over in the corner, Barnes. Hands it from downtown. Barnes has got 8 points.
The improvement in Barnes' deep range just helps his offense space the floor.
Mitchell outside. Passes it to Ingles. And Utah again with the bucket.
And really the story of the half, one team shooting it lights out, the other, the lights are just out.
Yeah, that's right. You said it. They don't find a way to switch it back on. They're in trouble.
Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Well, it's 7-1. Rudy Gobert gets his shots up with ease, especially from right there.
For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Fox passes to Cauley-Stein. Barnes outside. Off target from three-point range.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Here's Ingles. No good off the back of the rim.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Mitchell against Hield. That one goes in. 10 points for him.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
And here's Rubio. 8 points for him. Ingles kicks to Rubio. Gobert against Cauley-Stein. And there's the pass to Crowder. Clock at 4. Mitchell. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Fox. From down in the low post, it goes.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Now, here's Rubio. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
His high percentage shot right at the rim, and he's wondering what happened.
Hield with the bucket.
And how about the awareness there from Fox? You got to love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
Here's Rubio. On the wing, Mitchell. Kicks to Crowder. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Rubio. Banked in off the glass. Rubio's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, wow. Rubio, wide repertoire of moves off the dribble.
Rubio against Fox. He dishes it to Barnes. Down low, Crowder with the steal. Mitchell wide open. Sinks the three-pointer. Mitchell's got 33.
Boy, Mitchell's confidence is off the charts right now. Off the dribble jumper, yes, sir.
Inside, here's Fox. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul that goes against Sacramento. And you can't help but notice that Ricky Rubio has grown as a player.
Well, he talked a little bit about losing his mom recently, and he was very close to her, and he said it changed his priorities and perspective on life, and that balance has translated to more effectiveness on the court.
2 shots.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Kufis checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Bielitsa comes in for Bagley. Burks, he's checked in for Barnes. And it's Bogdanovich in for Buddy Hield. Utah also making some changes. Udo's checked in for Gobert. Korver comes in for Joe Ingles. And Raul Neto is subbed in for Ricky Rubio. And so he hits both. Now, here's Fox. He's got 9. Pass to Bielitsa. Fox kicks to Kufis. Neto, the pass to Mitchell. It's tipped. Here's Fox. He's had his share of big nights at the offensive end, that's for sure. His scoring average is at 18 points a game. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Poked loose. Mitchell left side. It's deflected. Now Fox. Six to shoot. Rebound, Utah.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball. Boy, this guy has been transcendent this quarter. Something really lit a fire underneath this guy.
He kicks it to Bogdanovich. Back to Fox. From outside, off the mark.
I'll tell you, he's had a tough night. And if you're going to shake out of a slump, he's not going to do it with those kinds of shots.
The Kings have gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Mitchell against Bogdanovich. Fires from the wing. Koufos grabs the miss. Koufos has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Giles checked in for De'Aaron Fox. And Utah also making a switch. Exum, he's checked in for Mitchell. Utah has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now, here's Burks. To the paint. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Crowder. Here's the Jazz with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Here's Neto. Burks covering. Here's Exum. And Utah, another three.
Really good anticipation by Dante Exum. He feels the defense laying off, and he sticks it.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Koufos. And now Utah, fast break. Here's Exum. Ready by Bogdanovich. Sacramento's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
I'll tell you, it takes fantastic vision and flawless timing to produce an assist like that.
Here's Neto. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. And he makes that one. Utah's got 5 points so far.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Giles the pass to Koufos. Burks with it. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Giles. That one misses. So Utah will take it the other way. Exum finds Crowder. Back to Exum. Ready by Bogdanovich. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Burks. Giles the pass to Koufos. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's foul number 2 for him. So it's Sacramento now. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. Nine seconds left here in the third quarter. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Udo. With 1 on the clock. And it is good at the buzzer. buzzer. Wow!
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Well, that's outstanding execution, Greg. You always want to get the last shot of the quarter, which is precisely what they did there.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Jazz out in front. They finish off the third quarter with a huge surge, an 18-4 run. We're going to step aside. A chance now to hear Coach Quinn Snyder talking to his team moments ago in the huddle.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity, okay? On misses, you guys really run in space. Anyone can bring it.
Well, he's trying to get them to maintain that edge right now.
And solid advice from Coach Snyder, wanting his squad to remain engaged.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Kufus. Giles is out there with Williams. Then there's Mason. And it's Farrell in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Off target from the wing.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
Neto with the bucket. Neto's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Utah.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
And the Jazz pushing it up now. Here's Kavanaugh. And it's off from three-point range. And for Sacramento, they're shooting under 40% all in all for the game. In the corner, Farrell. No good on the 3. And it's Exum with the ball, who will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
That makes any coach happy. You don't force a tough shot, but you get a quality look from close range. Nice.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Farrell looking around. 5 on the clock. That one wide left. Utah's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. The G League last season experimenting, Doris, with coaches' challenges of certain calls during games. Do you see that perhaps moving over as well to the NBA?
Kevin, my understanding on this is that across NBA ownership, there is real momentum to allow for a coach's challenge. And I think it's commonplace to see teams argue a call. When it's all said and done, we want to get things correct. And so maybe you see this happen in the G League. And what's the carryover to the NBA? I don't know, but I can tell you unequivocally, ownership wants to see a coach's challenge in the NBA at some point.
And I think, Doris, anytime you can make those coaches do more, put more on the line, just adds to the intrigue of the game.
No question.
O'Neal's checked in for the Jazz. Both shots good from the stripe. The Kings have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Kufus kicks to Farrell. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Yogi Ferrell, the undrafted Indiana product, went undrafted after staying all 4 years in Bloomington, but he has shown, Greg, to be a very strong player.
Yeah, and Farrell is the perfect example of why you give a 4-year player a chance. Knows how to make the most of his time on the floor. I think he could start for a team, maybe be the 6th man, lead the second unit, play off the guard. He is just such a versatile player.
And the first one at the line is good. You always hear coaches preaching consistency. Doris, what enables that kind of night in, night out reliability?
Well, I think a lot goes into it, and you can start with pride, Kevin. If you're putting in the kind of preparation necessary, then you're going to take a certain amount of pride in the things you do on a night-by-night basis. Things aren't always going to go your way, but it's not how you end the night. It's how do you respond in the middle of the game when things are going against you. Calls haven't gone your way, or perhaps there's a bad matchup. What's your response? So a lot of things go into consistency, and it's why we take special pride covering players who pride themselves on being available.
And one of the most admired things you have, too, as well.
Correct. Michael Jordan loved to play every night.
And it's Giles missing. The Jazz have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's O'Neal, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Well, typically speaking, transition points are high percentage looks. Get out and go, that's their philosophy.
Chalk up 2 there.
Boy, he's able to get to the hoop, Kev, because of that great solid screen.
Here's Neto. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. Passes to Exum. Here's Kavanaugh, guarded by Mason. Kavanaugh's shot is off.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Inside. A nice shot by Koufos.
Well, mouse in the house. He recognizes the size advantage and goes right to the rim. Good aggressive play.
Neto kicks to Udo. Here's Kavanaugh. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Boy, you have got to love the dime, the pass on time and on target.
The Kings shooting in the 4th quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. The pass to Giles. Got a piece of it. Doris, this term +6 coming into the lexicon describes a player whose wingspan exceeds his height by at least 6 inches. I know you've heard that before.
Yeah, well, we can think of several players who fit this description of the +6. Electric young players like Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi Leonard, the claw. The claw extends to his wingspan as well. And then Draymond Green, who in the 4th quarter defensively can seem like a player who's everywhere at every moment. Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Here's Exum to the left side wing. Here's Kavanaugh. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. On Monday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. Then on Wednesday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
And he makes the first. And so he makes both from the line. The G League, Doris, growing roster of teams, introduced 2-way contracts last season. Is it safe to call it a official minor league at this point, do you think?
Well, I'm just going to say that I thought this was one of the best changes to the NBA last season. And you look at certain players who went back and forth between the G League, and when they were up with the respective NBA team, they were a significant part of the rotation. Quinn Cook comes to mind. The NBA champion had a 2-way player in Quinn Cook who was a vital part of their G League and then becomes a vital part of their real-time success. To me, what a tremendous platform for player development, Kevin.
Yeah, the league has gotten it right with this. Here's Farrell. Kicks to Koufos. Second chance shot. Outside Williams. To the middle. Here's Giles. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Lets it go with a 3. Koufos grabs the miss.
I tell you, with the struggle he has had today, he probably won't be their #1 option as they look to close this game out.
Here's Giles, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Here's Neto. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get a little sloppy. And that's a tough one. But on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
And that's true. The officials used to be pretty lenient on those, but not anymore.
And Utah making a change here. Niang's checked in.
How about the burst of speed toward the cup? Once Yogi Ferrell gets a little step on the defense, turn the lights out.
And so it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Udo with the ball. Kufis is there. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's Sacramento now. The Kings have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Here's Mason. It's deflected. Here's Udo. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got 3 assists in the game. Ferrell passes to Giles. And here is Mason. And too long on the shot.
Yeah, affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
Nice ball movement by Utah. O'Neal kicks to Udo. Just 4 to shoot. Niang got a hand on it. O'Neal against Williams. To the middle. Here's Kufis. Utah with the rebound. Udo's got his 4th rebound in this one.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Mason for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The 3-pointers just continue to flow.
Utah's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Here's Niang. Last season, Doris, the NBA hosting 4 regular season games in Mexico, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the NBA playing in Mexico City.
Well, Kevin, you know this. Mexico City is the 5th largest city in the world. You are a geographic expert. This is a gateway to all of Latin America, and the NBA, as always, eager to expand their presence in new markets.
I agree. And the fact, Doris, they're so progressive has just, given them so much new things, revenue, growth avenues to follow. But it just opens up a whole new area where they can grow.
Never rest on your laurels, Kevin. Always work hard, just like the great Kevin Harlan does.
That free throw, no good. And the All-Star game last season, Doris, no more East versus West format. Do you think when it's all said and done, the league will get rid of conference basketball altogether?
This is a challenging question for me because the WNBA went to seeding teams from 1 through 16, and it didn't matter whether you were West or East. And it has led to the most competitive era in a much-needed WNBA growth period. But the reality is, Kevin, I am very much a traditionalist. And the rivalries in both the Eastern and Western conferences historically have been phenomenal. Whether it was Jordan playing Detroit and having to overcome them, or Boston and Detroit, or the Lakers versus Sacramento briefly when Chris Webber's teams couldn't get over the hump. So this is a hard question for me. I'm not sure which side of the fence I fall on.
Williams with the ball, now defended by Korver. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. Now here's Williams. He's guarded closely. 6 to shoot. Here's Burks. Rebounded by the Jazz. Korver's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Niang. Gobert finds Neto. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Neto's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Yeah, I think he was forcing too many shots in the first half. Now the game's coming to him.
Pass to Giles. Shoots a fader. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Neto. There's the steal. Here we go, all alone.
Very dangerous in transition. Given how quick Farrell is, boy, you can't afford to let him get into space.
Niang kicks to Neto. Pass to Gobert. Back to Neto. Now Exum. He feeds it to Korver. Sacramento grabs the miss.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, certainly a disappointing result, but they'll live with the shot. You know, they'll take that every time.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. For today's defensive schemes, Doris, which are more valuable in your opinion? Great on-ball defenders or great help defenders?
Well, I think you need both, obviously. I think anytime you can pressure the ball to a high level, I think that's very disruptive at the point of attack. But I also think in an era of incredible motion offense, you think of players and teams like the Golden State Warriors, the San Antonio Spurs, there's great ball movement, player movement, and you've got to be able to be aware at least 2 passes away. So you need both quality types of defenders, to me, to have a high-level defense, Kev.
I agree. It begins with an on-ball defender and usually evolves into a help defender. I mean, you can't do one without the other.
Agreed.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Utah.
When you shoot this well from 3-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Donovan Mitchell.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Here's Burks trying to get open as Koufos. Here's Williams. Korver with the defensive effort. Here's Neto. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum. Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
You know, I think it's just staying in the defensive end. You know, sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it, and it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.